Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Will Buhari be the last president of Nigeria? That's the big question, or they call it $1 million question. Will Buhari be the last president? Because what every region in the country is currently clamoring for is that they are tired of this centralized one person rule all, just like what we have now, the President Muhammadu Buhari, who is, and you can see the effect of his leadership in the country. It has rather made the country go down. Previously, before now, the country was in what we call a region. So we have the southwest region and all that. We have the north region, the eastern region and all that. And all of a sudden, it was brought together and we had one president. But guess what? One president has not really worked. Let's get on straight into the news. Under General Muhammadu Buhari's watch, Nigeria is setting in a toxic way into a huge encaps of warlords. Bandits, kidnappers, cattle ranchers, armed militant group, ethnic robust group spreading movement and sundry armed all over the country, challenging limitations, legitimacy of the Nigerian state and threatening of the survivor, insecurity, preventing people from becoming numbered, destabilizing the news of the country, mass kidnapped, murder, collapse of the nation, bandits, criminals, a lot and a lot. Students at home, no decisive leadership currently now going on in the country. As a result, in the midst of all this underlying agitation, General Muhammadu Buhari and his ethnic way of ruling has insisted that Nigerians cooperate and unite in a non-negotiable way for them to be able to hold together rather than allow themselves by forces to express their personal will. The country is in a state of collapse and honesty and truth is out of the window. Muhammadu Buhari has not led the country and has even allowed the country to be more deepened into the waggling situation of caving in on herself. Leaders of other regions are rising up to say enough is enough. This country will only survive and do better if we go back into the regions where every region look after themselves. But this has seriously been kicked against by the Buhari's administration. Even the northern elders have come up together to agree with Yoruba and Igbo leaders, saying going into our regions is the best way forward. Muhammadu Buhari, however, administration has kicked against it, as is in a cross mind saying there are people with their own personal agenda and interests to make this country go into rancor. President Muhammadu Buhari's administration has showed incompetence. The roof is off and the house is leaking. Fire within and more challenges. Issues that should be addressed is not being addressed. General Muhammadu Buhari has blazed the entire country. Religious supremacy, nepotism, to mention but a few, a range of government witnessing historic legitimate of illegal judiciary system down and nothing is being done. Yet Buhari insists the defense minister should still be there. After 5 years, no result is shown is as a total failure and continue to fail. Yet the president says everything is all right. As it stands, every region is clamoring and crying to move out. Will Buhari be the last president of the country as Nigerians gravitate towards disintegration? Every man to your tent. So these are some of the issues and some of the matter currently going on in our country, and they're asking, will Buhari be the last president? Because as it stands today, everybody is tired of what is happening. Everybody wants what we call change. Change has become the currency of today's administration. Everybody's tired and wants to say, we move. We move. We cannot continue to allow this country to go into what is currently going into now. And Buhari's administration says nothing is wrong. Buhari's administration insists that Nigeria has never had a better time. So how do we reconcile this whole, the whole thing that is going on currently now? How do we reconcile it? How do we put it together? Buhari's administration has failed the country. It has even failed the North, and it's surprising to see that the North is not even bothered with what is going on. They're rather quiet about it and say nothing. The youth are not rising up. Nobody is speaking. Tribune was were the one who said today, is Buhari going to be the last president? Because as it stands, Nigerians cannot take this anymore. The call for the country to be separated into the various regions where we used to have different region. Everybody, there is a system and a way the government is run. So they need to go back to the constitution, draw out a plan that will work. Draw out a plan that will be tenable. Take, for instance, you need to go to regions where, they are supposed to be doing very well. Those regions are the most depleted. We all know that it's a normal, common, occurrence in this country. That, for instance, the southern region, the north is riding on the back of the southern region, and nobody's saying anything. There's no problem if the south has enough to share, but you cannot have one cloth and give it to your neighbor while you go about naked, and your neighbor goes about being celebrated and what have you. So that is what is currently happening in the country. So much so that they've seen the level at which things are going, and people are rising up. And guess what? There is a group presently now against Femi Gbajúmọ̀ and Ahmed Lawal, saying that they are trying to impeach President Muhammadu Buhari. Why do you think that he wants to be impeached is the question. If something is happening, you go to the root cause. If you want to get rid of a tree, you don't go and cut its branches or peel out its leaf. My dear, you have just given yourself 3 months, 4 months, or a year to even have more problem. You know what will happen to those with tree? The more you prune it, the more you cut the stem, the root, the stem or the veins, you are giving it, you are pruning it, you are telling it expand the more. It will come back bigger, better, stronger. You see, so if we don't deal with what is on ground and address the matter as it is, I'm afraid it's a failed state already, and the challenges will continue. That's why we all need to stand up. The issue of bandits is not being addressed. Nothing is being addressed. Buhari says all is well. We would like you to leave us a comment. Let's hear your thoughts. God bless you. Have a good day. Don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. Bye for now.